back to it. USC 242, 1983 is civil action for deprivation of rights, okay? What that means, again, is when you know that you've done something correct and somebody's violating you and nobody checks into it. Say, for instance, I made a report, and this is an example, to Vermont State Police in regards to my daughter and my grandson being abused. I have copies of those reports. I know they were received. I also have recorded conversation with Internal Affairs Robert McKenna telling me that there was nothing he was going to do about it. I also had shared that to YouTube about a month ago, and all of a sudden, all of my videos went missing. So did my Google account. My videos went missing. Only videos that had proof and evidence to back it up. But you know what? The truth always prevails, and I told you that a few minutes ago, and I'm going to tell you again until you all let it sink in. Now, so again, for the person who said about trying to report to Department of Children and Family Services, and they're telling them that they're lucky their kids are with somebody that is taking care of them. First of all, that's defamation of character, slander, and libel, violation of USC 242, 1983. Who are they to fucking judge you? Okay? So, a person engaged in a professional capacity, such as Department of Children and Family Services, anybody, doctor's offices, attorneys that you've told, like Laura Wilson, okay? A lot of people, Northeast Kingdom Mental Health Services, Desiree Leo, Trish, and Chris Mitchell, okay, they're all aware that my daughter and my grandson were being abused by the perpetrator, okay? So with that being said, they were mandated reporters. They didn't do anything about it. My daughter even claimed to be a mandated reporter, Kiana, so why didn't she report it? Instead, she engaged in it. And she was part of my grandson being taken into custody. I have all reason to believe and none to doubt, seems how she's the one that ended up with a temporary care and guardianship. All right, so also described in subjection of Section 226 of the Victims of Child Abuse Act of 1990 on federal land or in a federally operated or contracted facility. Okay, like July 17th of 2021, I reported to Rutland Regional Medical Center as well as to the police department on July 17th of 2021 that my daughter was being physically abused, sexually abused, and violated at the Rutland Regional Medical Center. After that, they cut all conversation, wouldn't let Brianna talk to me. I didn't hear from my daughter again until August 27th, okay? So there's some more cover-up bullshit. And again, that was one of the videos that went missing. Learns of facts that give reason to suspect that a child had suffered an incident of child abuse as defined in subsection C of that section and fails to make a timely report as required by subsection of that section shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. Desiree Leo, Chris Mitchell, Tish, others that I have on recording for DCF, on-call staff, Vermont State Police, Attorney General TJ Donovan. You hear all that? You've watched my videos, right? If you haven't, please do. Island Pond domestic violence is going to prove to you. You're going to hear Brianna being abused. You're going to hear the siren, the squealing noise coming from her apartment when Kevin was taken care of, Jacoby. Brianna wasn't there at the time that day. And I played that all to you. I played the audio recordings of all that squealing noise in the conversation with DCF online about Kevin abusing my grandson, okay? He was trying to abuse me. And the judge already gave me a restraining order based on exactly what I'm telling you. Okay? So, 18 U.S.C. Code 21258, failure to report child abuse. That'd be Vermont State Police, Northeast Kingdom Mental Health Services, DCF. Why? Because they're all involved, obviously. Your caseworker likely submitted false reports about you, like they did my daughter, to the court regarding your care. Yeah, they did it to me too. So, possible injury out of that would be 18 U.S.C. 1621. Perjury, generally. Okay, You can't be committing crime. When you take oath and you swear to oath that you're going to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you fucking God, that's probably what you ought to be doing, especially all you badge-wearing people, okay? What are you calling people? I'm just saying. Your foster care was mostly funded by the federal government, and under the Title 4E, you had civil rights, including those two: safety, sanitation, and protection of civil rights. And they violated me, they violated my daughter, they violated my grandson. So if they violate us, they violated you. The purpose of me saying this is because 42 U.S.C. Code 26289, there's a purpose. To assure children's safety within the home and preserve intact families in which children have been maltreated. Okay? My grandson wasn't maltreated by my daughter. Not at all. So why did she lose her rights prematurely? What about it, Laura Wilson? Aren't you supposed to be representing your client? Murdering your bunnies in front of you is child abuse. The type of trauma may have been intended to frighten you. They killed my bird. They killed this little girl's bunnies. Okay? So that was the intent, to frighten you into silence. In this act and others you describe are gaslighting. May have been witness tampering. Didn't I say that? Yes, I did. Whoever uses physical force or the threat of physical force against any person or attempts to do so with intent to influence, delay, or prevent the testimony of any person in an official proceeding, cause or induce any person to withhold testimony or withhold a record, document, or other object from an official proceeding. That would be the whole government and state officials of Vermont that are included. That happened to me and my daughter. You see, Jeff Noyce, the sheriff for Island Pond, I reported. And for Canaan, Vermont, he threatened my life. Okay? And then March 26th, after being charged with disorderly conduct under false and fictitious reports and statements, admitted by the judge that Kevin is guilty of that, and so are the police for not helping because they're involved in it. It's all been shared to YouTube. I even shared it again now that they deleted it all. I still shared it. You know why? Because I have copies of it all. So they keep on trying to take my information. They called Brianna and asked her to agree to close the sex trafficking case. Why? Why did she get shot up in the hospital? Why did my daughter get put in a hospital? At the direction of TJ Donham and Vincent Aluzzi, after we had already served them with lawsuits and intent to serve more. How about that? This all happened last year, folks, around this time, starting from February right up until this present day, 2021 to 2022. Influence, delay, or prevent the testimony of any person. Yep, that's what they tried doing. Whoever knowingly uses intimidation, threatens, or corruptly persuades another person or attempts to do so, or engages in misleading conduct toward another person with intent to influence, delay, or prevent the testimony of any person in an official proceeding. That would be everything that Vermont, the state of, and the government and their disciples have done to me and my daughter. So why isn't my grandson back in the arms of my daughter? Has my daughter even seen her son yet? I don't believe so. Why not? Violation USC 242-1983, violation of due process. They had no business taking my grandson away from my daughter. And no business taking my kids away. But I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about my daughter, because this is the present. Then we're going to deal with the past. Again. 18 U.S.C. Code 1512, tampering with a witness, victim, or an informant. So knowing that, what? They have the informant we believe to be Kevin. That's why they put a no contact order for him and his family. But you see, he didn't live with Brianna. He was not listed on number 8's lease. He was only listed on general assistance to be residing in that apartment building, in a different apartment, and the judge already agreed that Kevin didn't live there. That he was what they consider couch surfing, and because he knew people in the apartment building. So go back to the video and listen to it, please. because you're going to hear the truth of it all. (18 U.S.C. Code 371), conspiracy to commit offense or to defraud the United States. Wouldn't that be what Vermont's doing? Possible honest services fraud. For the purpose of this chapter, the term scheme or artifice to defraud includes a scheme or artifice to deprive another of the intangible right of honest services. 18 U.S.C. Code 1436, definition of scheme or artifice to defraud. Possible criminal conspiracy against rights. If two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district in the free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to him by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or because of his having so exercised the same, or 18 U.S.C. Code 241, conspiracy against rights. Okay? Other possible federal crimes. I'm just saying, those are some of them. Pay attention, folks. Have a great night.